To Collectible Online Classes. So in this analysis of the current affairs, we are going to discuss about this integrated surveillance program for the disease. So let's get into the detailed analysis. So let's analyze why this topic is in news. It is because the Zika associated birth defects could be a serious public health crisis in India, and this Zika is being reported in India. So the statistics or the reported data shows that approximately 50 pregnant women has been infected with this Zika virus, and this can create the birth difficulties or the birth related issues. So this topic is relevant in your GS2 paper, that is issues relating to development and management of the social sector services relating to health, education and the human resources. So let's get into the detailed analysis. So here, the achievements of the integrated disease surveillance programs includes the surveillance units have been established at all states and the district headquarters, and the central surveillance unit is established and is integrated with a national center for disease control. So this is enabling a national level disease monitoring network system and also a reporting system. Further, training of state or district surveillance team has been completed for 35 states and union territories. Then, IT networks has been established by connecting 776 sites at all states or the district headquarters and the premier institutes in the country for data entry, training, video conferencing and outbreak discussion. So this enables or this is the data collection, reporting and data monitoring and management. Further, a portal under integrated disease surveillance program has been established for data entry, analysis, to report outbreaks and to download reports, training modules and other materials related to disease surveillance. So this also enables a mass data collection in universal in nature or national in nature. Then presently about 90% of the district in the country report weekly surveillance data through the portal, and this weekly data gives information on the disease trend and the seasonality of the diseases. This helps us to take preventive measures and further disease treatment mechanisms. Then whenever there is rising trend in illness in an area, it is investigated by rapid response team to diagnose and control this outbreak. Then the data analysis and actions are being undertaken by respective states or the district surveillance units. Then the 12 labs have been strengthened and made functional under the integrated disease surveillance program for the avian and H1N1 influenza surveillance. So this also helps in detection of such avian or influenza virus in the least possible time. So with this reduced detection time, government can take effective preventive measure. Then Indian Council of Medical Research recently announced that the Zika virus strains causing the outbreak in Jaipur, Rajasthan cannot cause the microcephaly. Then this conclusion was based on the genetic sequencing of the virus isolated from the outbreak. But there are some concerns regarding this. So the problem with this conclusion is that the research has based on the infection in mouse brains, not in humans, and contains no epidemiological or the clinical support. Then the numerous other studies suggested that the Zika virus strains may have the capacity to infect foetus and cause neurological disease. So those findings of the Indian Council for Medical Research is not valid. Then it is also difficult to determine how extensive Zika virus outbreak will be in India. So this is a concern regarding this Zika outbreak. And according to most recent updates, 159 people in Jaipur had confirmed Zika virus infection. And further, considering that most infections do not cause noticeable disease and thus most infected individuals do not seek a medical attention or a treatment, the true number of the cases will be more than this 10,000 as they are undiagnosed. And at least 50 of the infected individuals are pregnant women. And but again, the true number is likely to be much higher than this. Then the concerns regarding Zika virus also includes, and according to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention in the US, only 5 to 10% of the Zika virus infection during the pregnancies leading to Zika associated birth defects and the rates of microcephaly are much lower in such cases, which is approximately 5 to 10%, but still it is a concerning fact. So let's analyze about the Zika virus. So what is Zika? So Zika is a virus that is transmitted from this Aedes mosquitoes, which also transmits dengue, chikungunya and the yellow fever. And 1 in 5 people with Zika infection develops the symptoms and the rest of the 4 will be dormant. And the symptoms will appear from 2 to 7 days after the mosquito bite. Then the Zika virus has been associated with a rare complications such as microcephaly and Guillain-Barré syndrome. So let's look into further details of the Zika virus. So this Zika virus has been first identified from the forest in the Uganda, and therefore it has received this name of this forest, that is Zika forest. So the symptoms of the Zika virus includes fever, rashes, conjunctivitis, headache, joint pain and the muscle pain. And there has been no reported cases of Zika virus in India so far. So this data is outdated and there has been a reported cases of 159 patients. And however, just like dengue, India is highly prone to the spread of this infection because of its population density and other kinds of peculiar characteristics. Then further, the Zika virus infections only last up to a week and is not fatal. However, it is known to cause this microcephaly, a serious birth defect which restrict the brain development in the newborns. So further to discuss the measures or the way forward. Despite the recent announcement suggesting that the Jaipur Zika virus strains cannot cause the fetal microcephaly, all possible measures to control the transmission and monitoring pregnancies should be taken in order to avoid any cases of this microcephaly. Further, the pregnant women and their families, including those who are planning to get pregnant, should take great caution to avoid mosquitoes. Then, the Zika virus infection is not guaranteed upon mosquito bite, but the chances of infection rises with each new bite. Then the Zika associated birth defects could be serious public health crisis in India. And without a vaccine, all possible measures to control transmission and monitoring pregnancies should be taken. Once the disease is being outbroken, it will be very difficult for India to contain. So with this, we are coming to the conclusion, and here is the practice question for your mains. So the question states that the World Health Organization confirmed India's first case of Zika virus. In this regard, what precautions have to be taken? So even before you are mentioning or you are writing about these precautions, you have to write about the Zika virus, how it is transmitted and how severe it is. Then only you can effectively write about the precautions you can be taken. So the first and foremost precautions should be to reduce the mosquito population, and the second should be to avoid mosquito bite. And further, to as the mitigation and preventive measures, the healthcare related measures can also be included in your answer. So with this, we are coming to the conclusion of this analysis. So we are providing this detailed current affairs notes in our website and also in our Telegram channel. So you can either join with this you can register either with this website, or you can join to the Telegram channel to get the daily updates of this current affairs notes. Also, we are posting this video analysis in YouTube and also in the website. So the notes of the video classes are available either in the Telegram channel or in the website. So whichever topics or whichever notes or whichever materials you are seeking, you can register accordingly.